So today we are actually going to start working on the Falcon. First thing we're going to do is clean out this interior because it's full of spiders. It's disgusting and I really just don't want to be crawling around in spiders. I'm going to fix this window here because there's no slider in it, so when you roll it up you can see the glass just kind of falls out. So we'll get that fixed, and then we'll move on to removing the roof liner so that I can get in and cut out the patch and fix it. But essentially I'm going to remove a fair bit of the interior. I reckon I'm going to pull out the seat because it's a bench seat, chuck that in the back, and yeah, go from there, see what else I need to take out just to make sure that one, I can check everything, see if there's any more rust I can't see, and just, yeah, because I reckon there's been some dodgy work done on this ute in the past. So see if I can find anything else that needs in dire need of repair and fix that while we're going. But yeah, today is pretty much just going to be about pulling stuff apart and fixing this window, and then yeah, we'll see where we're at after that. So let's get all this crap out of the car to begin with. That's a bit of the chrome that's on the outside, pretty munted. As you can see, obviously the last time I was working on this car I didn't really give a shit. Probably when I was in not a great space mentally, and I just chucked all the screws everywhere without labeling anything, so that's fun. So to deal with that, I'm just going to chuck them all in a container and figure it out later. There is my pile of screws that I have to figure out. I know some of those are out of the fuel tank, so I'm not too concerned about those because I'll get new ones for that. But yeah, that's going to be fun to figure out. Now, if I was smart, I'd start now labeling all the screws that I take out, but that seems like a lot of work that I'm not going to do. So I'm just going to keep going with this, and it'll be a problem for future me. You should never leave things for future you, but I'm gonna. So this big pile of crap is everything that was already pulled apart inside of the car that I never remember taking out, but I know it was me who did it. So like you got the driver's side door card, it's a bit cracked there, but I'm going to end up making custom ones of these anyway, so I'm not too fussed about that. That's the dust guard from inside the door, the rubbers from the door. This is a obviously aftermarket speaker that was in there. The air box is all in here as well. This is the top of the air box. This is the air intake to the air box, which is cracked and doesn't seal because all that's got to try find a new one of that. Surprisingly, so far I haven't actually found any spiders. I found a fair few dead ones, but nothing alive, which I like because, you know, living in Australia we got things like redback. I don't really want to mess with them. I know that like they don't kill people very often, but I just don't want to mess with it. I know you get really sick and I don't want to get sick, but obviously you got quite a bit of cobwebs to vacuum up. I'm just going to vacuum everything and then go from there. I'm probably going to next take out the seats, which I assume is going to be a pain in the ass to do. I was thinking about taking the steering wheel off to do that, but I have to move this back into place once I'm finished here, or else Jess will get mad at me. And then I might take off the carpet back here to check under that, and then we're going to take off, can we see it? I'm gonna take off all this roof liner. Oh, there you go. All the roof liner gotta come off. Sorry about the glare. And then we'll have a look at all the rust in the roof and try and figure out if there's any more rust and start getting ready to fix it all. Which I probably won't get to fixing it all today because it's already like almost 4 o'clock now. I've still got to finish another video that I'm working on. I'm just waiting for things to charge so I can finish that. And yeah, so I'll get back into removing the interior. This now time to actually use some tools. After I vacuum first. Go vacuum first.
Pulling up, shut it down when I'm pulling up. Come around when I'm pulling up. In my town and I'm pulling up. Ready for anything, anyone. Know that I get it done. In the bands, I be pulling up. Tell your friends, cause I'm pulling up. Ready or not, I be pulling up. Remember they said I'm not good enough. I took all the energy, turned it to greatness. Now look at my life, man, it's looking amazing. I'm ready for anything, anyone. I've been so ready for everything I become. When I was stuck, I had no other option. Believed in myself when the shit wasn't popping. I got it like that. Who you know got it like that? Who you know getting degrees and they rapping like they got diplomas in rap? Made it this far and I still got a lot to accomplish. In fact, and I know they believe it. I'm talking arenas from LA to Sweden. I never stop winning. I feel undefeated. I come to your city and everyone.
So you can see here that, right, try and get out of the shadow, but right there, that hole there, that's where the rear bolt for the seat it was originally, and obviously that's already been taken out. I don't remember if I did that or if it was always like that. I'm hoping I did and it wasn't always missing a bolt in the seat, because you know that's not safe. But the bolt in the front is still there. It's right there. They are T45s. I hate torque bits, but it's a Ford and that's what they use. I'm gonna get a bit more access to it. So yeah, I'll go and take this out, then go to the other side and take the other side out, and seat should come out.
Pulling up, shut it down when I'm pulling up. Come around when I'm pulling up. In my town and I'm pulling up. Ready for anything, anyone. Know that I get it done. In the bands, I be.
And there's that one out. Just got 2 more to go and the seat should come out if it's not rusted or stuck in place. I need to buy more power tools. Okay, 1 more to go. So as you can see down here, the rear bolt to the seat is actually also the bolt that goes to the seat belt.
Pulling up, tell your friends cause I'm pulling up, shut it down when I'm pulling up, come around when I'm pulling up, in my town and I'm pulling up, ready for anything, anyone, know that I get it done, in the bands I be pulling up, tell your friends cause I'm pulling up. Pull up, I get what I want. I need a million ones. I need a couple of states to put all the haters back into their place. Now bring in the bass. Hey, ready for the big league. Never gonna miss me when I'm on the TV. I'm the MVP. Whenever they hear me, kill it. They be coming at me, but I hit them with a pivot. I've been ready for the shit. Never gonna quit. Pull up and I'm never gonna miss. Everybody want it, but I know I gotta get it. I've been dedicated to a life I know I gotta live. Hey, I feel it coming. I settle for nothing. I know what I need, and it's more than the money. It's more than a woman.
I mean, just got the seats out now, and the next part is to do some more vacuuming because there's so much crap underneath the seats, and then we'll look at ripping up that flooring. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. I'm definitely going to take the carpet off the back, take off the rest of the trim that I need to take off to get to the roof liner, and then take the roof liner off and see what we're playing with under there. So if you can look through to the other side, you can see around the bottom of the door and up where the seatbelt is, you got that bluey grey plastic. I gotta pull that up so I can get rid of the carpet in the back and I reckon I can pull out this back half of the mat here. Not the, I don't think I'll take off the front bit, but I'll take off the back, get that out of the way, and see what's under that.
Easy to reach, but I know that I gotta be pulling up, shut it down when I'm pulling up, come around when I'm pulling up, in my town and I'm pulling up, ready for anything, anyone, know that I get it done, in the bands I be pulling up, tell your friends cause I'm pulling up, shut it down when I'm pulling up, come around when I'm pulling up, in my town and I'm pulling up, ready for anything, anyone, know that I get it done, in the bands I be pulling up, tell your friends cause I'm pulling up.
The seat belt through, so I have to take off the back from the bolt. I had to take the back nuts and stuff off the bolt, the spacer, and some little plastic lockers and a washer, so I can get the bolt out of the actual seat belt. Now I got to try and finesse the seat belt through here, which is made more difficult because here is a little plastic cover that makes it tighter. I mean, if it comes through, I'll just cut it, but I should be able to, yeah, see, it's pretty simple. Just to pull it through, get the rest of the seat belt, push that through, and then the end of the strap should just so go through, kick panel and side panels out. These side panels, I reckon there's a good chance I'm gonna just make something new to cover all that space. One, I don't like the look of this like grayish blue, like perforated, I guess, kind of stuff, and I mean it's not in the best condition. Like here is cracked, I don't know if you can see that, but there you go, see here is cracked, so it's not in great condition. So I might just make my own one of those. I don't know what out of yet, but we'll figure it out. So same as I did on the other side, at some point, I don't know when, I have to take out the, I don't have to, but it's annoying to have this in the way, so I'm going to take out the seat belt mechanism, which is just 2 bolts here and the whole thing should come out. See, sockets are so much easier than torque bits. I don't know if you can see it, there it is, that black thing right in the middle there. There you go, finally found my first spider in my car. It's an ugly fat, I'm gonna go kill it now because I don't with it. So that was most definitely not a success. I went to hit it and then it ran, and now it's underneath the floor mat somewhere and I don't know, so I just went and got a big stick and I've been hitting it a couple times and hoping I kill it. It was bigger than I thought it was when it came out of there. Holy shit, that was gross. But I'm just gonna keep working, and I might put my gloves back on now and hope I don't get bit. Yay! Hey, it's Becky.
Yeah, let's go. I'm unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible.
So I don't know if this stuff here is like the factory sound deadener or anything, but there's like a lot of the like black sticky shit all over it, and it's pretty shittily done. But I don't know if that's just like what 90s Ford was like, or what Ford is just like. I've never really, that's why I take apart so many Fords, but never an XG to this extent. So we'll see. I'll probably be redoing sound deadener all through this car because it's not exactly quiet, especially since underneath the carpet it's just, well, not underneath the rubber mats, it's just like a little bit of insulation in certain places, but then mostly just straight onto metal, so it can get pretty loud when you're driving on the road. But that's a project for another time.
Said I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal. I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle. To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion.
Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I could drop you, bro. I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.
Oh, there's the carpet out and the back mat. I had to cut some of the carpet because up there you can see those little mess of parts in the middle there. That's an anchor point for a child seat that is spinning from the bottom, so I couldn't undo the nut. So I just cut the carpet around it and I'll take it off from underneath later. What we're going to do is just try and get this headliner out and not get eaten by spiders while we're in there. So basically we've got to take off the sun visors there, take out that light, and hopefully it should just pull out. It looks like it's glued on at the edges here. This might be a bit of a prick to do, but we got to get off to fix that, and see if it's the rust is underneath as well. So yeah, look, I might end up having to rip this as well, but it's a pretty flat panel, so it shouldn't be too hard if I need to just chuck something else up there.
Let's go. I don't care what they all say. That's right. I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay. We work hard, then we all play. Yeah. I'm addicted to the grind, man. That's right. So I refuse to waste time, man. Yeah. One day it all will be fine, man. Let's go. Gotta commit to the climb. You know we're back with the Guinness, setting records every minute, every track. An addiction to the fact that we're winning. Still we lack, something's missing. Need a track that is hitting, making racks, making millions. Oh, yeah. That's the mission. I don't waste time, no, I make time.
So the light has been absolutely buggered. It's burnt a hole through the middle here, and then obviously the plastic's just gotten really weak there and snapped in half. It was only just holding on, so I had to figure out a new light as well. As you can see, we've got to start to get the headliner down. I had to do it off camera because I had to figure out what I was doing. Essentially they're these little metal poles that run across and they go in from each side of the roof. I had to like reef them out of one end and they'll pop out the other end, but it's really hard to do. I had to get some vice grips in there to rip them out. So now it should be pretty much just a matter of tearing whatever needs to be left to be tearing and pulling down, and the roof liner should come out and we'll be able to assess the damage.
These people wanna hate, fine, I'ma make mine. While you sitting there complaining, I'll be training. While you sitting there just waiting.
You can see at this seam here, it's come apart a bit and looks a bit rusty in there, but looks like it's just surface rust in there and nothing too bad. So we'll just try and clean that up. Got these few rusts here, and this obviously this big asshole right here that goes all the way through. Yeah, that's the biggest issue, that hole there. Other than that, the roof is pretty good. But I reckon I'll be making a actual headliner instead of the bars that were in there, because they're just a pain in the ass. I don't really want to put them back in. But yeah, all that to see no damage. But that's alright, because now we know where we're sitting. We eliminated that problem. I am probably going to end up pulling apart the rest of the interior, because as you saw under the mat, it's just disgusting in there. So pull that apart, clean it up, and then yeah, pull the other door card off, pull the floor up, and start figuring out what I want to do with the interior, I guess. This type of stuff I can do while I'm waiting, so I can afford things like the fuel cell and the fuel pump and do all the fuel lines again. These just little jobs. Not a little job, that took bloody hours to do, but it's fun. And yeah, so now I know where I stand with that, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next episode. But for now, I'm going to have some pizza and relax. And I also have to make another video, so yay. But yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video, and hopefully you enjoyed this little update on where we are with the Falcon. And I'm going to keep working on it, keep smashing jobs out, and just see where it takes us. Alright, I'll catch you all in the next episode. See ya.
You know what? We've got metal screws. Probably not quite as long as Jess's toasting fork.
I do like a toasting fork though.
Yeah, I'm quite proud.
That'd fit the rub one.